Okay, things have gone a little bit crazy, haven't they? Ye has gone crazy. He's one of the craziest people I've ever seen, I think. He'd have to be. And but there's a lot of drama about Elon Musk and a few little funny episodes that were going on through the US presidential campaign. Hunter Biden's laptop. And Matt Taibbi, I've mentioned him before a couple of times, I think. He did the thread. Um, Sort of an independent sort of character. Probably historically sort of more on towards the left, at least anti-establishment. But a lot of the leftists, so-called leftists, don't like him anymore. But the larger problem is that tech is a bit shit, isn't it? I've had a few sort of episodes with the use of tech and like apps, and there's just problems, isn't there? A lot of the internet is just garbage. A lot of sites are just complete garbage, and like Coles, the grocery chain here in Australia, home delivery, usually pretty good. There's been a few missing items. A few things have gone AWOL. A few things have been smashed. They've been fighting with the workforce. A lot of subcontractors, I think. Um, yeah, I used the partner delivery, and the guy to deliver it didn't turn up, so they just cancelled it. They had no backup plan if the guy doesn't show up or whatever. He was heading there. You could track him on the app. He was heading there, and then he wasn't. So it was cancelled. $129 worth, I think, or 109 actually, and roughly, and no one else delivered it. And we tried to get a refund, um, and it was a big drama. It was a very long, drawn out thing. I used PayPal, luckily. If I had been in direct debit or something, it might have been even more of a drama, but it lasted about 6 weeks. I had to make a complaint to get the $100 odd back to PayPal, and they acted as intermediary with Coles, and Coles never responded. There was no sign that that they ever responded to PayPal's contact. So it was a very strange thing. It was eventually decided in my favour. I got the money back, but it took 6 weeks because Coles were given 3 weeks each time. Over 3 weeks to present their side of the case and resolve it, but they never resolved it. I had to escalate it. They just never replied. I don't think there was never any indication that they even replied to PayPal, which is a huge organisation. And I've done PayPal's been pretty good actually since I started using it last year, I think. It's quite a good site, a good website, and very well managed. Um, in Australia, PayPal is quite good. No adult stuff. You can't buy any adult material. But in terms of the general usability, is quite good. PayPal. So they're good enough to get my money back. But Coles were very poor, and another situation happened with a takeaway place. Um, they failed to deliver 2 drinks, and I got a refund straight away from PayPal, but they were good straight away. But it's claiming now Uber Eats was via Uber Eats. I've got to use that. They want the money for the drinks that weren't delivered. The company that failed to deliver, quite a big one, failed to deliver the 2 600 ml PET bottles, PET bottles of soft drink, $9.90. Yeah, that's all it was, but I'm not paying that. It didn't turn up. So that thing they're demanding, Uber Eats is demanding $9.90 be paid before I can order again. So I've just given that up. I haven't used the Uber Eats in about a month or so, a bit over a month since that happened, because I can't. They're demanding the $9.90 for the drinks that weren't delivered. And this is another tech problem. Uber Eats, a huge company. The chain, takeaway chain, won't name them because I just don't want to get into too much of details about it, give away too many details. But it's just tech failing again. Tech systems just failing in basic customer service. Coles in the first instance, and now a takeaway chain, moderately large one, not the real big ones, but a moderate, medium-sized takeaway chain, takeaway food, fast food, are demanding $9.90 via Uber Eats for what they didn't deliver. And I'm not giving them the $9.90. I did think about it. Because the hot weather, we might get a spell of hot weather, not much hot weather so far. La Nina has, summer's disappeared again. The climate's nuts. But no. And we see Twitter just obviously fails again over and over again with so many things. And this sort of authoritarian sort of wokeness, these make work projects for nerds, I think it was described as, a lot of in Silicon Valley. You know, it just expected a cop second-rate garbage. Mastodon, a German guy runs that, just complete garbage. I tried that a few years ago, and it's completely terrible. It's still terrible. But it's he doesn't like Nazis, the bloke, and so that's good. Let's all just use the app that doesn't work because the guy doesn't like Nazis. That's just, you know, we don't want faulty products from woke nerds. I'd rather see the annoying rocket nerd guy, Elon Musk. I'd rather sort of have a really good app, social media app from someone who's a bit annoying and maybe he's gone a bit more Republican. He's a billionaire, richest man. Oh, I don't care anymore, but just make things work. There's so many other little dramas, just little things on the internet. A lot of it's just garbage, some of the apps. Google Mail, Gmail works really well. When you log into Gmail though, and you log into YouTube, pair up the Gmail to YouTube, you get a lot of betting ads, and they just swamp it. 90, probably 95%. It's terrible. So once I upload this, I'll have to log it back out again. It's just terrible. 95% the betting ads. It's just it's relentless. It's like a propaganda, very North Korean. You log back out and the betting ads go back to about 2% maybe. Very little. It's the same on the iPhone. And the iPhone, I got the 12.5, the old iPhone that I use. I don't use it for much because you need the 13 or later to use apps. So the old iPhone, I can't be bothered getting a new one. It works okay. You get basic internet and get the weather up, and do a couple of other little things, and the phone works. It's mainly as a phone, rarely, a bit rare these days. But uh, they chop the ads off if you're watching a long video, like 10 minutes. After about 4 or 5 minutes, they cut it off to put ads on. But putting the ads on cuts the stream, and it won't come back on. You know what I mean? And you have to reload it on YouTube. This is YouTube. It cuts the video, so you have 5 minutes. Then it comes on a 15-second ad maybe, and I cop that. Don't mind that. Don't mind the ads. I've never been a complainer about ads, but once the ad's over, the stream just cuts and just buffering, and it doesn't come back on. So that's the sort of garbage that's just one little thing. I don't use it much. I hook it up to the Bluetooth speaker. And just little things that just don't work. Maybe if you bought like top of the range stuff, maybe it does work, but I don't know. I get the impression that they don't from people who use more expensive stuff than I do. But a lot of that's why I'm on Team Elon. I want the internet to work better. Generally, I want the apps to work better. I want just functionality, basic functionality, basic systems in place from Coles and Uber Eats to just make things work. And I don't want woke nerds who can't do their jobs getting sort of six-figure salaries sitting in their plush little offices in California. That era has to come to an end. We need to prioritize functionality.